What's going on, everyone? This is Zach with Strictly Shisha, and it is Sunday. I'm about to go to the last Braves game of the season. I'm not a big, huge sports fan, but I like drinking, I like hanging out with friends, so I'm excited to go to this last game and celebrate the farewell of the Braves. But before that, obviously I have to pack a bowl in my pregame. So I'm smoking some Fantasia Formula number 6 today, the 6th flavor out of 8 of the new Formula series. By the way, I've been talking to some friends, and I keep telling them that I've been doing these Fantasia reviews, and they're all like, why are you smoking Fantasia? I just want to say right up front that the quality on this tobacco and its performance is actually very, very good, and I would definitely recommend you guys try out the new Formula series, watch my past reviews, and find a flavor that aligns with your palate and pick it up. This one doesn't really align with mine, but let me tell you a little more about it. So the first time I packed this flavor, I could not figure out what it was, but it had such a familiar taste to it. I took a hit and I'm like, I know this. I've smoked so much of this. My girlfriend's like, let me try it. And she doesn't like smoking. So I was like, okay, if you want to smoke, like, go for it. You can try it. Let me know what you think. She's like, no, just name flavors. And I'm like, what do you mean name flavors? There's like a billion flavors on the market. She's like, name all the flavors right now. And I'm like, so I started naming off flavors and she's like, yes, haze. This is a haze flavor. I was like, okay. So we moved on and I'm like, finally she ends up figuring out that this is Frozen Lakes by Haze. And that is her interpretation of this flavor. Throughout my testing, I've gone from Starbucks Safari Melon Dew back to Frozen Lakes, and throughout the parts of the session, I get different flavors from it. But let's see what I'm getting today. Obviously, it's the same packaging that I've described in all my videos. Really nice packaging on this. Beautiful cut as you can expect from the Formula series by now. The smell on this is actually very interesting. You almost get a really fresh smell and a soapy smell at the same time. It's a little chemically, it's really hard to balance. Like right when you first smell, it's like, oh, this is pretty good. And then the more you smell it, you gotta get that chemically soapiness in there. I smell a very, very sweet melon. No cooling to this. It's just a really candied smell. And I'm not really liking the smell the more I smell. Like the first time you open up, like you saw me when I was like, oh, this is good. And then now the more I smell it, I'm like, no, I don't really like the smell of this. But definitely some sort of melon in this from the smell. I have this packed in a Goodfella V3 bowl. I have it fluff packed right up to the rim. Using my Ottoman Ignis, I left my lid at the Skyline Lounge, so no lid today. Using the Prometheus hookah, the Aviator hose, one of the best hoses I own. I love this hose. You guys will see a review of that, don't worry. So let's see how this tastes today. Look at these clouds, these are great. The taste I'm getting today definitely reminds me of Frozen Lakes by Haze. You're getting that candied, sweet watermelon in there, but Frozen Lakes has a little bit of raspberry. So I'm like, there's no real raspberry in this, and the raspberry in the Frozen Lakes is a lot more defined. I can really pick that raspberry out. With this, I cannot find it. The cooling in this, it's very, very minor. I actually find it to smoke a little warm and a little muddled. It's not very clean at all. When I get the Safari Melon Dew taste, I kind of get that sweet honeydew. It's a cross between the two flavors, but if I had to pick one, I think this tastes more like a Frozen Lakes, but just not as good. I think Frozen Lakes did it better than this, if that's the aspect they were going for. If they were just going for a watermelon, it's not candied enough to be good, it's not fresh enough to be perfect. It's just kind of in the middle, it's muddled, it's not fresh, it's not crisp. I personally think this flavor needs a little bit of work. It was really hard to determine from the taste, but like I said, this definitely reminds me of Frozen Lakes towards the end of the session on Frozen Lakes, when the flavors are starting to die down, they're not as pronounced, you can't get that defined watermelon, that defined raspberry, they're just muddled together, like right before you want to pack a bowl again, this is what this flavor reminds me of. So this particular flavor, Formula number 6, I think it needs a little work, not my favorite out of the Formula series so far. But if you guys have tried this flavor and you guys know what this flavor is for sure, please drop in the comments below. This is just what I think it is based off my experience smoking. I have no idea what it's really supposed to be. It could be a coconut flavor for all I know. But thank you guys as always for watching. I always appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on Formula number 7 and all the other reviews to come. Thank you guys and have a good night. Bye guys.